The FM23 Winter Update is here. With that, we had a bunch of new Wonderkids, a bunch of players that got upgraded, and included in that set was a player that many people are talking about as arguably the best Wonderkid centre-back in FM23. He starts off at 18 years of age and already looks better than a lot of the elite names you know. We're going to show him off in this video where he does crazy well, including one season that just blows my mind and I still don't really think I understand exactly what happened. So let's run the intro and get right into it. Hi everyone, Jake here for FMSCOUT. Welcome to another episode of Wonderkid to Superstar, our first one after the FM23 Winter Update, where there was a bunch of different changes to players in the game, and it included an upgrade to this young centre-back who is already decent, but is now just incredible. There's no other way of putting it really. In this simulation, I'm going to show how good he can look on the highest end of his potential range. He is an absolute superstar and I'm sure he's going to be one of your favourites. Before we get into it though, if you do enjoy the video, smash the like button for us and let us know in the comments down below who you'd like to see in the next episode. Make sure you hit that subscribe button as well so you don't miss out on any new Wonderkids that came with the FM23 update. And with that being said, let's go find this player, shall we? You might have heard a few people talking about him on social media recently. He really is that good, and to find him, we're heading over to Sporting Club de Portugal out in the Portuguese divisions. In their first team, there's an extremely young prospect from the Ivory Coast, a centre-back by the name of Ousmane Diomande, and I'll just let you sit there and take that in for a second and realise just how good this guy is. Bear in mind, he's only 18 at this stage. His physical attributes are already at a level that many players could only dream of. Does that mean that he's terrible mentally and technically? No, somehow he isn't. Actually, his mentals are really, really good, and his technicals are unbelievable. With 16 tackling, 14 passing, 14 marking, 14 technique. He's got vision as well. He's got good aerial ability. He likes to bring the ball out of defence. He's 6'3", and his transfer valuation is rightly extremely high at £30 million. I say extremely high. Obviously, for an 18-year-old, that is a lot of money. But realistically, for the kind of player you're getting here, it's actually incredible value for just how good he could be for your sides for the next 10, 15 years. He really is an incredible player. He was already in the game, but he just had a huge upgrade in this winter update to make him one of the best Wonderkid centre-backs around. He was originally playing for FC Midtjylland out in Denmark. Now though, he's in the Portuguese divisions and looks like an unreal talent. There's so many good centre-backs out in Portugal, young centre-backs. Antonio Silva, Ousmane Diomande, Goncalo Ignacio, plenty, but Diomande here might just be one of my new favourites, and he's going to grow in to an absolute beast. And like I said in the intro, there's a particular season that is just incredible in terms of what he does. In terms of Diamande's potential range here, he has a range of 140 to 170, and actually if it falls on the lower end of that range, he's nearly already there in terms of his current ability. But if you can get a very high potential version of Diomande here, you are going to be laughing with this kind of transfer valuation. But now it's time to bring him over to our Real Madrid team, and I'll show you how we're going to set him up for this simulation. So as you can see, Diomande is now part of our Real Madrid side. We're going to be running a 4-2-3-1 Gegenpress preset where I've moved around a few of the roles, but the main thing we're interested in is Diomande here is playing as the ball-playing defender on the defence duty. Now I just want to show you, if I go to corners and then attack, it is the most basic corner tactic. I haven't touched it and we're not going to touch it in this simulation. I just want to cover that right now because of what you're going to see a little bit later. In terms of Diamande's training, I'm not doing anything too special. He's already very good, so we're just going to be focusing in on the role that he's already playing, and I'm sure he'll fit in perfectly at Real Madrid. But first, let's see how he gets on in his first couple of seasons to see what kind of player he might be on the worst end of his potential and also right at the start of your save, so you know what to expect right from the off. How good can Diomande be? So, 2 seasons have passed. Diomande is currently sitting at about 143 current ability. So if you had the worst version of Diomande in your save and he developed up to that potential that he had, he would look something like this. And this is the worst version of this guy, and he is already an incredible player. 20 years of age here, 11 appearances for the Ivory Coast national team. Physical attributes that are just mouth-watering, to be honest. Pace, strength, jumping reach, even his agility isn't terrible. He's got everything that he needs here. His mental attributes are great, even if that aggression might be a little too high for some people's likings, but everything is really good. The anticipation, the concentration, he's got it all. He's also the perfect modern day centre-back with 14 technique, vision and passing, which I don't think has actually gone up all that much yet. I think a lot of his growth has been in that physical department, but he's already doing so well. But the big question is he performing well in the in-game engine? And the answer is yes. In Season 1, he got a 7.23 average match rating at only the age of 18. Yes, he's playing with Real Madrid, but even still, that's a pretty incredible number. And 6 goals in 37 appearances with no real corner tactic shows how good of an aerial presence he could be. But trust me, later on, you're going to see something very special. Either way though, he scores 2 in his next season with a 7.16 average match rating. To be this developed at 20 is just incredible really. There's not many players who will ever reach these kind of physical attributes, let alone have them at the age of 20. And usually if you have a player where they are really good at, say, their physicals, their mentals and technicals let them down. But that is not the case with Diomande. He's even half decent with his left foot, so he really has got everything going for him here. But let's get to the good bit. Just how good can Diomande be? Let's find out. Okay, here we are in 2033, around 10 years on from where we first started this simulation, and Diomande, it's disgusting really how good this guy is. Look at those physicals, look at the mentals, look at the technicals, guys. This guy has got everything he needs to be a world-class centre-back. Whilst I'll let you take in those attributes, I'll let you know I do have my own channel linked in the description down below where we do a Let's Play series with Aberdeen, one-off rebuilds, and also, if you like these kind of videos, we do some short-form content on Wonderkids that aren't good enough for Wonderkid to superstars, but can make a little good 60-second video so you find some Wonderkids that you won't know about. So come check out my channel. Links in the description, subscribe, help us get to 15k subs, which we're very close to, and I'm sure you'll enjoy the content over there. A lot of you have came over and said that you've really enjoyed it, so thank you to anyone who goes and does that. But yes, Diomande, 29 years of age, 93 appearances for the Ivory Coast, 8 goals. Physical attributes that are just unreal, let's be honest. Pace, strength, acceleration, agility, balance, jumping reach. It seems most of his development has came in this physical department. Mentally as well, the anticipation, the concentration, the decision making, the positioning, everything you would want from a centre-back, Diomande has. He's also a great tackler, and his passing ability has got even better since we last saw him. Great in the air, brilliant first touch, he can also dribble. In all my years playing FM, I think he might be one of the best Wonderkid centre-backs, if not the best, that we've seen for a long time. I know there's been players with higher potential ranges, but the fact that Diomande starts off so good at the age of 18 just makes him an unbelievable player. And just look at the seasons he's been having. He's done very well here, pretty much averaging 4 or 5 goals a season, consistently hitting a nice average match rating. But I actually have a simulation at the end of his career. I let the simulation run and just wait until you see how good one of his seasons was. Here you go, here are all of his seasons until the end of his career. And like I say, I have no clue how he did it, but one season out of nowhere, after getting 4 goals a season before, he got 20 goals in 37 appearances playing centre-back. Now, I'm holidaying here, asking the assistant manager just to use him as a centre-back, nothing else, and he's just decided to turn up with 20 goals and a 7.66 average match rating. Does he score 20 goals for the rest of his career? No, next season he just goes back to 5 goals, then 16, and then back to 8, to 6, and then to 3. No idea what's going on with Diomande here, but clearly those physical attributes are helping him be a threat at what I can only assume would be corners. Maybe in these couple of years, Real Madrid had a very good corner taker who was placing them right on his head. I don't know, but either way, incredible numbers there. 20 goals in 37 league appearances. He is just an absolute gem of a player. Such a good centre-back. Yes, he's old now at 35, but he still looks very strong and is wanted by Manchester United, despite the fact that he will be retiring soon. 105 appearances for the Ivory Coast, 9 goals. Did he ever win a Ballon d'Or? Usually with a centre-back, the answer is always going to be no, but you never know. Let's take a look. He isn't, but there is a new gen that's won the Ballon d'Or called Full of Love. That's a brilliant last name if I've ever seen one. But there you go, everyone. That is Diomande at full growth. Just a top-level centre-back who, even though he can cost quite a lot of money at the start of your save, is definitely worth it. We used the editor to bring him over because I believe in the first transfer window he isn't willing to negotiate with your team, but if you scout him, wait for your opportunity. He can set your centre-backs up for years to come and can lead your team. Obviously, I'm going to go and give him a 10 out of 10 rating. He's so good. If you did enjoy the video, smash the like button, comment down below your thoughts on the player and who you'd like to see next. Subscribe for more content like this. Check out my channel in the description. But most of all, have a great day, everybody, and I'll see you next time. Thank you and goodbye.